and get started. We're going to talk about these two people. Back my finger up. These two people on my screen, and their names are, let me see, Sylvester Knighten Jr., 31 years old. That is the biological mother right there. I'm having trouble pointing because I'm used to pointing over there. But the mother's name is Knighten Cannamore, okay? Now, a mother and boyfriend, and I'm sure you guys are so surprised that this is in the news, right? That a mother and boyfriend have done something heinous to a baby. How many times have we talked about that on my stream? Probably about 300-400 times this year. The same exact scenario, mother and boyfriend. But a mother and boyfriend are facing charges after police say that the boyfriend, by way Sylvester Knighten Jr., 31 years old, abused a baby boy. Now, what was crazy was the news did not put this information out there initially, but y'all know how we feel about protecting the kids and identities and things like that. But in this situation, it's sad to report that this little boy passed away. So he is no longer at risk, unfortunately. But let me show you what the news did not show you, because there weren't any pictures of the little boy out there. So let me see if I can get that up really quick. Let me see where my picture is, right here. See if I can show you guys that. Give me just a second. I got to figure out how this mobile system of mine works, because he is a beautiful baby boy. This boy right here on my screen, his name was not put out there. I'm putting his name out there officially. His name is Cortez Lee Purdon, Purdon. That little boy that you see right there on my screen was 8 months old, and he died as a result of the mother's boyfriend abusing him. How about that? How many of you guys are surprised by that? Because this is something that we've talked about all year long. So unfortunately for us, this is just like another sad story, okay? Now, yes, he's adorable. Absolutely. Beautiful little baby boy. I'm just like, if they hated this kid that much, I don't know why they didn't just give custody over to the biological father. I will never understand why they continue to keep doing this stuff. Can you send me one of those photos? Well, because it's you, I will send it to you right now. So give me a second, Miss Cash Brown. I will do that. Miss Cash Brown, again, is at Illicit Deeds, who also shared. Matter of fact, I think Illicit Deeds was the one that sent me this story, actually. So, yeah. So shout out to Illicit Deeds. Let me go ahead and get this photo. Y'all bear with me a moment, because whenever she asks me to do something, I will absolutely do it. Absolutely. Won't even take a second. So you let me know if that comes through, because it should be coming to your inbox right now. It should be in there right now. So there you go. Illicit Deeds, I got you back. So here we go. The mother's boyfriend. Let me get his face back up on the screen for you. Get his ugly face back up on the screen. Get past this beautiful baby boy. Right there. That's the mother's boyfriend, Sylvester Knighten Jr., 31 years old, faces 4 counts of child abuse. 1 charge of child abuse resulting in injuries, and 1 charge of child abuse resulting in death. Police say that Knighten is the live-in boyfriend to the baby's mother, Knighten Cannamore. And I thought that particular verbiage was particularly interesting because of the fact that they said the live-in boyfriend, right? Live-in boyfriend is what they called him. Now, police said that the baby's mother, 31-year-old right here, Knighten Cannamore, allowed the abuse to happen. Now, I'm going to warn you guys, for the people that are listening, I'm warning you. We are going to give details about this story that nobody in the news has given. Only we have put this information out there. So I'm going to warn you guys. And right now we only got 106 likes. If you guys would, click that thumbs up. You know the algorithm is slow over here. So if you guys would, help our stream out and hit that thumbs up for me, okay? The video might freeze. Just refresh. I'm using a mobile setup. I'm not at my normal setup, okay? So here we go. There's going to be some information that I'm going to give you guys about this story that is going to be very, very difficult to hear. So I'm forewarning you. Cannamore, the mother, is charged with child endangerment resulting in injury and child endangerment resulting in death. Now, according to the Florissant Police Department, officers responded to the 1400 block of Stoneberry Court around 11 a.m. on Wednesday to a call for an unresponsive infant. The baby was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Knighten, I think I need to skip that part because that is very, very difficult to hear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there because I'm going to put that information together. The baby was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Now, police say that the boyfriend also abused the baby's 3 sisters. So that means there were a total of 4 children in the house. So what does that mean? That means that this woman that y'all see on my screen, the biological mother, Knighten Cannamore, had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 small children ranging in the ages of the oldest being 10 years old, 6 years old, 3 years old, and then of course the baby boy that's in question right now, which is the 8-month-old by the name of Cortez Purdon. Okay? Police say that the boyfriend dropped the baby boy from a great distance and also punched the child as he was in his crib. Do y'all need me to read that again? Love the show, feel better. Their name is Thug and Thugette. Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. Thank you, Keyshawn, not only for your super chat, $5 super chat. I really appreciate you guys putting your money where your mouth is. Thank you for that, love. I really appreciate that. When you date thugs, you date death. Hood hoes love hood dick. How many times have y'all heard me say that? 4 kids, probably by multiple men. This man dropped a baby that y'all see on my screen, dropped that little baby boy from a great distance and also punched the child as he was in his crib. Yes, I just said that. Police received a call Wednesday around 11 a.m. after the baby was found unresponsive. It's believed that Knighten and Cannamore kept abusing the baby, kept the abuse hidden, It's believed that Knighten and Cannamore kept the abuse hidden. Now, here's the part where I'm going to warn you guys that this is going to be very difficult to hear. So if you are listening, I'm going to have to sign in again. That's okay. I'm trying to use 2 computers here. Y'all bear with me because they don't give me much time on here. I'll pull it back up here in a moment. But again, if you guys are watching the stream, do me a favor and click that thumbs up. It'll share our stream. Let other people know that we're live. I'm warning you guys that I'm about to give y'all some information about what he actually did. Not only did he drop this baby from what they say is from a great distance and punch this baby, but guess what? It gets worse. Let me know if you guys want to hear what else he did to this baby that's not actually in the news. So we're going to take a vote on that. I'm going to wait for you guys. I know y'all about 30 seconds behind me. I'm going to wait and see what you guys say in the chat. Do y'all want to hear what else he did to this baby that was even worse? Let me know. Got to sign back into this internet. That's okay. Let me see. We'll get signed back in. Okay, y'all are saying, yes, tell it the baby is so precious. He's a beautiful baby boy. I don't understand what would cause any human being to do this to babies that can't speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves. I mean, like, what could this little 8-month-old baby could have done to protect himself from the tyranny of his caretakers? Not a thing. Y'all bear with me a moment. Let me get signed back in here because this is going to be a little bit of a process. Me trying to use 2 computers. Try to get this story told. I wrote that wrong. Boom, and only take a second to get it pulled back up. So y'all bear with me. Bear with me. So that way I have more room on my actual computer so I can see a little bit more. That's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, y'all are saying you do want to hear it. Oh no, Megan, he didn't do that, because they actually ruled that out. They actually had to check and make sure that none of these kids were assaulted in that way. So that's actually a good guess, because that's usually what happens. So here it is. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Charges allege that the mother's boyfriend, Knighten, beat the infant multiple times, resulting in a brain injury, facial injuries, and ultimately his death. Did y'all hear me? Here's the part. The mother's boyfriend, Knighten, is also accused of previously biting off the infant's nipples and beating Cannamore's 3 other children, resulting in various injuries according to the charges, and Knighten had bitten the baby boy in several areas, including his face. I know that's hard to hear. You are not going to hear that in the news. That's why I'm telling you guys. So I'm going to read it again to make sure, for the people that are just like, what did Jay say? Did Jay really just say what he just said? Yes, I did. We got about 195 people here. Y'all keep clicking that thumbs up. He beat the infant multiple times, causing brain injuries, facial injuries, and ultimately his death. But he is also accused of previously biting with his teeth, biting off the infant's nipples on his chest, and beating Cannamore's 3 other children, resulting in various injuries. And Knighten had bitten the baby boy in several areas, including his face, previously. He bit off his nipples. Yes, I said that. I don't understand it. I don't. Knighten faces several felony charges of abuse of child resulting in death, abuse of a child with serious physical injury, and 4 additional counts of child abuse. His bond, the baby's mom's boyfriend, the mother's boyfriend, the child's mother's boyfriend, his bond is set at $1 million. So of course we have another case where the bond is set at $1 million. Now, he has past felony convictions in Missouri for drug possession and robbery, according to court documents. Now, what exactly does that mean when Jay brings up those type of things? Some of y'all that have been watching me long enough already know. What does that mean? That means that the mother, her, right there on my screen, already knew that this man was a terrible, terrible person. And what does she do? She put her baby boy, who couldn't speak for himself and could not defend himself, in his custody around this thug dude and her 3 girls. I wouldn't put it past him that he probably did something heinous to those girls too. But as of right now, it's not in the reports, and maybe the girls aren't talking because maybe they're scared, because we know that happens. Now, the mother, Cannamore, is accused of knowing about the abuse, but she did nothing to stop it. The charges said that she is charged with 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, and her bond is set at half of what his is, which is at $500,000. Now, both Knighten and Cannamore are being held at the St. Louis jail, and it's not clear Thursday afternoon if they had attorneys to speak on their behalf. Now, the 3 other children that were living in the home, police said their ages are 10, 6, and 3 years old. All girls. I've seen their pictures. I'm not putting their pictures up because I don't want to put them at risk, and I don't want to put their names at risk. I put his name out there and his picture out there because the little boy is already passed away. There's nothing more that you can do to him, okay? So he's deceased. Now, Fagan said that the Florissant police work with the Division of Family Services, or DFS, to get those little girls placed in a safe environment. Now, between June and December, police believe that Knighten physically abused all 4 children, according to charging documents. Florissant police have not been called to this home before and said that there is no sign of sexual abuse, just physical abuse. I'll read that again. There is no sign of sexual abuse, just physical abuse. The girls are now in the custody of the Division of Family Services. Let's go ahead and get you guys this fair usage, and I'll show you what news videos were out there. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Y'all bear with me. I'm using a new system, so I'm trying to get this thing together. Hold on.
Two people are in custody. This afternoon, 2 people are in custody in connection with the death of a baby in Florissant. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Claire Kellett. Investigators were called yesterday to Stonebridge Townhomes on Stoneberry Court near Interstate 270. Our Emma Hogue just got an update. New information, Emma, in the last 15 minutes.
I'm trying to get this thing together. Hold on.
Yeah, Claire, we just spoke with the police chief moments ago. We're learning this poor 8-month-old baby boy was abused over the course of several months. Right now, that baby's mother and her boyfriend are in custody. Take a look. This is the boyfriend, Sylvester Knighten Jr. He's charged with abuse and neglect of a child causing death. Police say he is responsible for the ongoing abuse of that baby, and his mother, Knighten Cannamore, is charged with endangering the welfare of a child. Now, investigators were called to their home Wednesday at the Stonebridge Townhomes after a call about an unresponsive child.
Some people in the chat are saying that the biting was potentially the sexual portion. It could have been, but that's just heinous. They said he bit his nipples completely off. I don't know, man. It's hard to hear.
That baby was transported and died at the hospital. The chief says the nature of this case is unlike anything he's dealt with before.
You know, I've been doing this job for a very long time, and this was one of, if not the worst case that I've seen throughout the course of my career. This young man endured some things that no human should have to do, especially someone that is 8 months old. There could be no more innocent of a person than an 8-month-old child.
I agree.
Now, we're also learning there were 3 other children that lived in this home. Police found out that Knighten is accused of abusing them as well. Just an awful case, and as you just heard, one of the worst cases the police chief here has seen before. We're live in Florissant. Emma Hogue, News 4.
Here's the next video.
5 tonight, and horrific case of child abuse. A baby boy abused for months. Good evening, everyone. I'm Claire Kellett.
I'm Courtney Bryant. 2 people are now facing charges after the death of that 8-month-old baby in Florissant. News 4's Emma Hogue has been following this story all day. She joins us live from the Florissant Police Department.
Courtney, Claire,
Let me take a pause real quick. I know one other person wants to remain anonymous. I did get your PayPal in, so that's 2 people that sent in a PayPal. So I want to say thank you to you. Said Merry Christmas, Jay. You know who you are. Thank you for your message. Let me read this other one real quick. I am listening. Hashtag AFC. You know who you are. You left that message. Thank you for your donation. Very, very much appreciated. And one more person said, said you're a blessing for child protection awareness. I respect your efforts and appreciate you and the AFC folks. Happy holidays. My best to you and yours, Kayla, aka Night Rider. So thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. If you're listening, I did get your donation, so thank you very much. And if you guys want to send out a message like that, you can do it by way of Cash App or PayPal, and I will make sure and read your message.
Details are disturbing. Right now, we know that baby's mother and her boyfriend are in custody. And tonight, the police chief here is telling us this is the worst case of child abuse he's seen in his career. Take a look. This is 31-year-old Sylvester Knighten Jr. He faces multiple charges, including endangering the welfare of a child, resulting in death. They believe he abused this child over the course of several months. Police went as far to say Knighten bit that baby on the face and neck. Knighten is being held on $1 million bond. Now, police say that baby's mother, Knighten Cannamore, didn't play a role in the abuse, but she's charged with endangering the welfare of a child.
Now, how many of y'all believe that she was not charged and they believe that she didn't participate in the abuse? How many of y'all believe that? Because I think that's false. I think that if you can allow that to happen to your kids, you absolutely participated. I don't believe for a second that she had all of these different kids by all of these different men and she didn't spank or hit or beat any of her kids, but you let some strange boyfriend come in and beat and murder your 8-month-old baby? Nah. Doubt that. I believe that the mother probably participated. They just can't prove it. Let's move on.
Also, in the St. Louis County Jail, her bond is set at $500,000. Now we know investigators were called to the Stonebridge townhomes around 11 Wednesday morning. That's when they found that baby unresponsive and severely abused. The child was transported and died at the hospital. Neighbors and police say the sickening nature of this case is hard to comprehend.
Yeah,
That's really heartbreaking for a baby, a little baby. Yeah, it's painful for anybody to end up, suddenly dying before a baby to die, and then for it to be like so close to home.
There could be no more innocent of a person than an 8-month-old child. And to see the things that were done to him is really difficult to deal with. And again, I just don't see value in outlining specific injuries, but it goes without saying they were substantial and they were pretty terrible.
Now, if this case wasn't horrific enough, we're also learning there were 3 other children living in that home. Police believe Knighten abused them too, but if there's any good that can come out of this case, we are learning that those 3 children tonight are in a safe home.
I agree with Mom's Fur Baby. She said she participated by allowing it to happen, and I totally 100% agree.
We're live in Florissant. Emma Hogue, News 4.
Here's the next video.
We have new details tonight on the violent death of an 8-month-old baby. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush. The child's mother and her live-in boyfriend are behind bars tonight, accused of causing the child's death. 5 on Your Side's Chris Davis spoke with the police chief, who says it's the worst case of child abuse he's ever seen.
I will be honest with you, it's very horrific.
Those who wear the badge see the worst of the worst, and yet
I've been doing this job for a very long time, and this was one of, if not the worst case that I've seen throughout the course of my career.
this all began Wednesday morning at Stonebridge Townhomes in Florissant when an 8-month-old was found unresponsive in his crib. Paramedics rushed the infant to the hospital, but it was too late.
It was very evident that the child had some severe trauma to its body, and at that point, members of the Criminal Investigation Division of the Florissant Police Department began an investigation.
Investigators believe this man, Sylvester Knighten, a live-in boyfriend, was to blame. He now faces 6 charges involving child abuse, the most serious, abuse or neglect of a child resulting in death, a Class A felony.
This young man endured some...
Let me comment on what was said in the chat. Courtney said guilty by omission. And at first I was like, did she write that correctly? And actually you did. Because an omission is a failure to act, which generally attracts different legal consequences from positive conduct. In the criminal law, an omission will constitute as actus reus and give to, and it didn't give me the rest of it there. But yes, you are absolutely right. Guilty by omission, absolutely.
Things that no human should have to do, especially someone that is 8 months old.
The prosecutor in this case believes the abuse began back in June, when the boy would have just been 3 months old.
Punching the child multiple times in the head area, dropping the child from a substantial distance.
Charging documents also indicate the little boy had severe bite marks all over his body, including his neck and face, and that Knighten also abused the infant's 3 sisters, ranging in ages 3 to 10.
The 3 girls were placed into what we consider to be a safe environment.
The children's mother, Knighten Cannamore, is also facing endangerment charges. Detectives don't believe she was abusive, but allowed it to happen.
All of us have a duty to protect children, certainly.
And again, I'm saying I believe that she participated, but like I said, unless they have proof, they can't charge her for that. So it's only so much we can do. You say you live 15 minutes from there? Let me ask you this, Larry, and thank you very much for your $2 super chat. Let me ask you this. Did you hear about this story in your area? Because I know you're hearing about it now, but let me know if you heard about this before we started to do our stream on it. But I'm kind of curious about that. Let me know if you heard about this already.
Mother should be, in the forefront of that.
And we got about 203 people watching. If y'all would, don't forget, please click that thumbs up to share the stream and let other people know that we're live. And thank you to everybody else that's already done so. Again, don't forget to click that thumbs up, okay?
3 children that were in that household have all been placed in protective custody. Knighten faces a $1 million bond and is still behind bars tonight. Live in Florissant, Chris Davis, 5 on Your Side.
All right, guys, we got one more video real quick.
Let me start by saying that on behalf of the men and women of the Florissant Police Department.
Matter of fact, we'll skip this one. That one's more or less the police interview. We'll actually skip that one because it's a little bit long. But I'm gonna let these pictures roll because, like I said, a lot of people did not get a chance to see who the actual baby was that passed away in this situation. And I'm pretty familiar with the laws, so I'm gonna tell you guys a lot of the reason why they tend to not put children's faces and names out there is because if you give too much detail, it could actually put those children at further risk. Well, with this 8-month-old baby, he's already passed away, so there is no further risk posed to him. And again, his name is Cortez Lee Purdon. Beautiful baby boy, man. Let me get his picture back up on the screen so we can get these idiots off my screen. Show you guys again this little boy's picture. See if I can get back to it. Right there. I just don't understand what this little boy could have did that was so wrong that his mother did not value his life. I believe ultimately, no man can do what a woman would not allow that man to do. So the only way that this man was allowed to be underneath her roof and be her live-in boyfriend is because the mother allowed it. And I think that should be, criminally, charged as well for her putting her children in this type of risk with someone who was already known to be a felon. Let me see if I can get that back up here again. It said that he already had, let me see if I can find it. Let me see, control, find, previous. He has previously, well, it was in here somewhere. We'll skip past that. Y'all have to just rewatch it or rewind it and watch it in the replay. But nonetheless, he was already a convicted person for doing a lot of crimes. I think they said he sold drugs or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find it, since I'm already talking about it. Yes, he has past felony convictions in Missouri for drug possession and robbery. That's who you chose to put your kids around? And especially girls, because y'all know that there are a lot of girls out there who can tell you the story of them being abused. How many people can testify to that? Little girls being under the tyranny of thugs. Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. And that's a horrible thing to do and put your children around somebody who's already proven to the world and society that they are not worthy to be around children. Now, I've always said this. If that man is important enough for you to be around, then you should give up custody of your kids. There's no reason that she couldn't have gave the custody of her kids to the fathers or the parents. Then go have your thug. Then if he do something to you, then you haven't put your kids at risk. But if you're going to have kids and if that's not a viable option for you, then you cannot put your kids around a dude like this. Why not? Because these children cannot speak for themselves. They cannot defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. And y'all look at that picture right there, that beautiful baby boy. It cost him his life. And I want this thing to stop. And it's sad that we're going into the end of December and this type of thing is still happening. Many people have watched our stream. Many people have subscribed to our channels, as well as the rest of Soto Nation. Shout out to my brother Tommy Sotomayor, who has this documentary on afatherlessamerica.com. Again, this is the dynamic that we are up against. We are our own worst enemy. They say that it's the white man that I should fear. But who's the one doing all the stuff to us here? Right? Y'all know that from the Tupac song. We'll continue to keep referencing that because I'm sure that this type of thing won't stop because we do not have as much accountability in our community as we should. When you see something, you must say something. This mother failed to do so from the very first moment that something happened to her kid and continued to allow it to happen. And that type of thing has to stop. It should be punished harshly. And again, if you guys see something in your communities, do not be afraid to call CPS or DCFS or whatever it is. I'd rather you call and be wrong rather than not call and it costs some little kid its life. So I want to wish the little boy Cortez L. Purdon, him and if there's any family that actually cared about him out there, we want to extend our condolences from the AFC, from our heart to yours. We want to wish him a rest in peace to this 8-month-old little boy. Couldn't speak for himself and could not defend himself. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Guys, that's the end of our stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out here in Florida, getting it in. From my heart to yours, AFC, thank you guys so much. I love y'all, and that's the end of the stream. Peace.
Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us on tradesy.com, at Nora's 915, or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com. Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us today on tradesy.com, at Nora's 915, or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com.
And let me give a shout out to my channel members here real quick. Let me get that video played, and then we'll wrap up, and I'll read out any more. We had a couple more donations coming in, and guys, again, if you guys want to donate, you know that the links are in the description box. Like I say, I always ask for you guys to just donate whatever's in your heart. You don't have to send any specific amount, but the links are available. All you got to do is click down there in the bottom of the description box, whether it be PayPal or Cash App. Those are the best two ways to do it, okay? And I want to give a shout out to Mom's Fur Babies. I know you said that you donated in Super Chat. I didn't see it show up in there, but I can pull it up here in just a moment. So let me go ahead and get this played.
Hi guys, what's going on, man? This is your boy DJ Just J, and I want to let you guys know that YouTube just approved us for channel memberships, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for your support. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna explain what channel membership means. And just so I can make this clear, all of the videos and content that you currently watch is going to remain free. So all of our news videos, reactions, interviews, in and out videos, and music will continue to be free, and I hope that you guys will continue to enjoy the content. So on top of that, we're going to offer content exclusively for our members for a small monthly contribution for those that want to join. There will be some really cool benefits like our new AFC badges, and it's going to give you an opportunity to stand out and show your pride for the children. Everybody enjoys the live chat on YouTube, and now we can offer more exclusive privileges to our members during the live shows. I don't know if you've bought any merch yet, or maybe you're just waiting on a discount. Well, we're making getting your AFC gear easier with member discounts. There are quite a few perks available and options. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope that you will become an AFC Advocates for Children member. And we'll see you guys on the next live show. Thanks.
All right, let me see if I can pull that up for Mom's Fur Babies real quick, because when she tells me she's done something, I notice she has. Let me see if I can find it, though. Let me see. Supers. Let me see. I got one from Larry. So shout out to Larry, Keyshawn, Miss Mina, Miss Bossy P, Zuba Zubies, and Keyshawn Johnson. Those are the only those are the only ones that came into this particular stream. Oh, and Donna Aguayo. So Donna, oh, I did get yours. I see it. There it is. So it says, good evening, hashtag AFC. That's from Mom's Fur Baby. So Mom's Fur Baby sent in one super chat. So if you're listening, I did get yours. So there was Donna Aguayo who sent in 10. Mom's Fur Baby sent in 5. Miss Mina sent in 2. Keyshawn sent in 5. Zuby Zuba sent in 149. And Miss Bossy P sent in 2. And then let me read the ones that came in by way of PayPal, and I need to check and see how many thumbs up we have. So we took on a challenge, which we don't have to I guess we don't have to, we'll just wait and see what Mom's Fur Babies wants to do, but I wanted to see how many thumbs up we could get on this particular stream. I could check it from my phone, actually. I could just do it like that. And she said that she would donate $1 for every thumb up that we get. So we'll do that as a challenge. Let's see where we're at with that. We have 199 thumbs up. So if she decides to do that, cool. If she don't, I understand, because I'm just saying my pockets ain't quite that deep. But shout out to Mom's Fur Babies. I always love the challenges that she issues. Again, this message came from an anonymous source. Said, Merry Christmas, Jay. Merry Christmas back to you. Anonymous source said, I'm listening. Hashtag AFC. Thank you so much. Kayla sent in one, and she said, you're a blessing for child protection awareness. I respect your efforts and appreciate you and the AFC folks. Happy holidays. My best to you and yours. Kayla, a.k.a. Night Rider. Excuse me. Excuse me. So thank you, Knight Rider. Last but not least, my brother Mark Adams said happy holidays. So Mark Adams, if you're listening, brother, I did get yours. Thank you very much. Let me see. Did you send a text? Said you sent a text. Said you love that commercial. I'm going to play your commercial again. Let me see. I love the commercial. You did the dang thing. I'm going to take the like amount to at the top. Okay, got you. So that's what's up, man. Mom's Fur Baby said that she is going to definitely support, and I want to encourage more of you people to do that. Like I say, I don't want Mom's Fur Babies to feel like she's the only one and the other people in here. You guys can also join the channel memberships, which is pretty easy to do. Make sure and look where the subscribe button is. There is a join button, whether you are on mobile, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on the computer. You can actually join the AFC for a small monthly contribution. So again, thank you guys so much. I am feeling a lot better. I know I'm still coughing. I apologize, but I am feeling a whole lot better. I figured it out. These stories are live-in sex trafficking stories. They very well could be. So you guys continue to make sure, and also I know you can't see it on the screen, but our new email address is theafcmatters, which is THEAFCmatters@gmail.com. That's the new email address if you guys need to reach me. You guys have a blessed evening. We're tuning out from Florida. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.